we need to be more loving. We need to accept ourselves more. That doesn't mean not improving our lives and constantly challenging ourselves and setting higher and higher standards and expectations. I'm all about that. But the importance here is you're not going to really progress in life. You're not going to really be happy with the process of learning and developing if you are really overly harsh on yourself. You cannot be criticizing yourself. You cannot be constantly judging yourself, berating yourself, belittling yourself, or allowing others to do so as well. Because what's going to happen is you're going to trip up more often. You're going to make more and more mistakes. It's going to take you longer and longer to recover from these mistakes. I call it the compound effect. Once you let something stop you once, it's easier to let it stop you in the future, and so on and so forth. So you're going to want to develop that willpower, that resilience within you to constantly press forward. And sometimes people get different voices mixed up. So we've all got this kind of harsh voice, this kind of the chimp brain, if you will, or our more reptilian brain that's there to keep us alive and safe and doing what's familiar and not challenging ourselves. Its primary goal is to keep us safe, not to make us happy. We understand that. And when you criticize yourself, it's a way of your brain teaching you to stay within the familiar. For instance, if you go and you approach someone whom you desire, like if you're single and you approach someone and say if you get rejected or it doesn't work out well, then you might berate yourself, you might criticize yourself, you might be, they don't want me because I'm a loser, or because I'm not attractive enough, or I don't make enough money, or I don't dress well enough, or wherever it may be. And when you criticize yourself, are you likely to take action next time and go and approach someone you desire in the future? No, it will become less likely, because you are creating more of a shell. You are falling more, you are shortening your kind of metaphorical box, if you will. Same applies to all different things as well. If you go to a meeting and you didn't say things and you didn't communicate as effectively or sophisticatedly as you would have liked to have done, then after that meeting you might berate yourself, you might criticize yourself. I should have done better, just wasn't good enough, I didn't say it the way I wanted to say it, or this and that. You're being overly harsh on yourself. The art of happiness in life is showing up. If you show up, you have the right intentions, the right energy, okay, and you take action, wonderful things will work out for you. Just stop putting pressure on yourself. Stop making things a really big deal, because it's not in the grand scheme of things. So the more you put things into perspective, the more you are able to kind of calm that negative voice within you that constantly wants to criticize you. And it's a perception. Now, it's good to be self-reflective and to think, I could have done this better, I could have said that better, I could have delivered this better, I could have been better, I could have performed better. I get that that's a wonderful trait to always want to improve. I'm like that as well. I'm all about wanting to improve. And I know my strengths and my areas for improvement better than anyone else, which is one of the reasons why I'm growing so much. And what I advocate for you is know yourself better than anyone else. If your sibling or if Facebook or if anything else knows you better than you know yourself, then you're in trouble, guys. You need to take ownership. You need to know yourself as well as possible. And that takes being objective, stepping back, detaching yourself from your ego, being self-reflective, journaling, writing things, getting people's insights into what you're like so that you have a more realistic perception of how you are. And going back slightly before I digress too much, the importance here is to know that you want to improve, but not to berate yourself, not to kind of be disparaging and really, really harsh and crude to yourself. The art here is to love yourself and to constantly express love and appreciation for who you are, for taking action. For instance, if you went into that meeting, there's a reason you were in that meeting in the first place. You've communicated some sort of skills and abilities to get you there. If you're approaching someone, that you needed skills and confidence and energy and focus and motivation in order to walk and approach someone, for instance. Just focus on the positives as much as you can, because it's, we are hardwired biologically to focus on what's wrong. If you interact with 10 new people in a day, and 9 of them are like, wow, you're an amazing person, we love you, you're so cool, can we talk more, let's connect, what's your number, and then there's one person who's like, you're nasty, you're evil, I hate you. Most people are going to be fixated on the one person who was rude, because we're built to kind of pay attention to what we fear and to not being accepted and stuff like this. But you can change that over time to an extent. The art here is to focus on the 9 people And instead of giving your attention to that one person, focus on why did these 9 people react to me positively? What do they like about me? And focus on what they like, what they communicated, why they wanted to spend time with you more, why that makes you a great resource, a great asset, a great person, and so on and so forth. Rather than thinking that one person didn't like me. You know what? It's because I'm a failure. It's because I'm not good enough. It's because I did something wrong. Do I smell? Was my hair wrong? Like what? Like don't overthink things. And meditation and mindfulness and exercise on a continual basis will enable you to kind of criticize yourself less, be more calm, be more thoughtful, be more giving, be more accepting of whatever happens will happen. It's the way it's meant to be. And that's a beautiful perspective to have, to take with you in all different contexts, rather than constantly thinking, I could have been perfect, I could have been better, I could have done this and that. Like, life is about accepting yourself, loving yourself, always improving, but being fair and being consistent with who you are. And this is the art to happiness, guys. So if you like this material, you want to know more, head on over to my website at www.alexgem.com. Simply click join PHS today, enter your credit card details. You'll get instant access to my wonderful course that's going to transform the quality of your life. You'll also get my free bonuses, which are hours of exclusive video footage, hours of exclusive podcast material that you can use to ingrain, to inspire yourself, to make the positive changes needed to take the quality of your life to the next level. 100 audio segments, small things, small nuanced things that you can implement on a daily basis to start to rewire your subconscious programming, to change your lifestyle, to just become a happier, more serene, more giving, more loving, and more appreciative and successful person. Start taking ownership of your responsibility. Start investing in yourself right now by also investing in me. And I look forward to working with you. Make sure you like this video if you found it of value, and I'll see you soon.